c'est pour manger ou mettre compris mon resto. Pas gaspiller, bébé, pas gaspiller, non. Pas faire petit temps, bébé, pas gaspiller.
你個半尖，你個卡你個真慢嘅。
Pas gaspiller, non. Give me now. Give me now.
Yes.
Chérie, faut entendre, let me see you. L'aime fait l'argent, moi fait l'anti. De 7 à 19h, son jour.
Yes, people, good evening, good evening. Today, the topic is taking a borrow. You all know it's Friday, and the topic is real hot. So, we're going to be discussing, have you ever taken a borrow before? Why? What is the reason for taking the borrow? You understand, Soverina? You know how it goes. We inside.
Yes, and this is a hot topic this evening, man.
Yes, a very hot topic. A very hot topic. So, y'all, we have someone new today. We have Raquel. So, Raquel, you can say hi to the people.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Raquel, here for today.
Yes. So, you all know how Fridays go. It's Real Talk Live, right? We discussing real topic, real issues, and sometimes we just have some extra hot, spicy topic. Yes, so as I said, today is taking a borrow. So you remember we did a topic on horn and all of that. You know, it have a little bit of horn inside this take a borrow scenario. You understand? Yes. Because with the borrow, somebody going and get horn with the borrow, eh? Unless people actually having
Well, I mean, like, that's the point of borrowing, right?
yes.
Well,
But
the point of
then-
borrowing is so you ain't gonna have the responsibility.
Well, so the point of borrowing is that they wouldn't have responsibilities. Okay, Verena. You know, I didn't really think about that.
Okay, I see.
I did not think about that. Good
How you
afternoon,
mean?
Waylon. Waylon, have you ever
Afternoon.
taken a borrow? You borrow somebody, woman. Have you ever borrowed somebody's woman? So all those running a Sunday live, it is taking a borrow. Have you ever slept with someone's significant other? Have you ever had any emotional ties or attachment with someone else's significant other? Because
Or as we say,
sometimes it just
an entanglement. Have you ever been in an entanglement? That's a new
well,
term
that's
for it,
true.
right?
Yes, the new term. That's the new term. Entangle.
Oh, I'm so city.
Pas gaspiller, bébé, pas gaspiller, non. Pas faire petit temps, bébé, pas gaspiller, non. Pas gaspiller, bébé, pas gaspiller, non. Pas gaspiller, t'entendez, pas gaspiller, non. C'est genre de femme, mais l'argent bon tout là. Toujours à checker, n'est qu'à travailler dans l'état. T'as eu aimé pouvoir, t'as eu aimé ça. Quatre roues motrices, vite des services de l'état. Adia, pas exigeant passé, yo pas souviré, depuis yo pas prado. Dommage, ça yo pas laisser bouillir de l'eau. Si c'est pour manger, ou mettre compris mon resto. Pas gaspiller, bébé, pas gaspiller, non. Pas faire petit temps, bébé, pas gaspiller.
你個半尖，你個卡你個真慢嘅。
Pas gaspiller, non. Give me now. Give me now.
Yes.
Chérie, faut entendre, let me see you. L'aime fait l'argent, moi fait l'anti. De 7 à 19h, son jour.
Yes, people. So it's Real Talk Live. It is Friday, and the topic is hot this evening because we are talking about taking a borrow. Yeah.
Even if it was
Oh,
a pandemic borrow, eh?
Well,
A pandemic
true,
borrow could happen in this time, I don't know.
but
The wife
how
is
much
stuck in the
borrow?
US.
Well, oh yes, in those situations. Right.
Well, I mean, like, a pandemic
That's
borrow
true,
not
though.
easy nowadays, too. When you think about it.
Yeah, what's going on? This
It
borrow
ain't easy,
thing,
a
this
pandemic
borrow
borrow ain't
thing.
easy. But a pandemic
Yeah.
borrow easy. Double palm make it easy for all you.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry for calling the
Hmm.
people establishment name, but
Big
I've
up
been seeing the
Jizan on the
packages.
inside. We have Jizan. Big up Jizan on the
Hi,
inside. Jizan, have you
Susan.
ever
Hi,
taken a
Suzanne.
borrow? Carol Bacalal in this thing. So people place in the
Yes,
comment section, have you
plenty.
ever taken a borrow? And Friday, something like a hot seat. So we might have the new person in the hot seat at some point. Yeah,
Oh
the
God.
details.
Chippy.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. So at
goodness.
some point, at
At
some
Well, I
some
point.
think about it.
point.
Stop. I think about it yet. I think about it yet. Don't
So I
forget.
was speaking to these ladies and I asked them the situation Will Smith and Jada, the entanglement. I would like you ladies to weigh in on that scenario and let the people know, what as a woman you think went on with that situation. You know?
Yeah, I think them have a that kind of open relationship kind of thing. I feel,
Really?
Well, I
that
mean,
they had
like,
a kind of,
they
I
admit
mean,
to having an open relationship,
yeah, but
but I
she
just
probably
feel
didn't tell
they're
him,
bored.
you know. She probably kept
No,
it a
She probably
secret of
was
what was
just
going
fed
on.
up.
I do not think, okay, because it's how it affected Will. I don't think an open relationship not supposed to be one-sided. It's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be, if you say
That is
open,
true.
it is open on both sides. That's what I think, right? Now, it's
That's
one
the
Mm-hmm.
thing,
agreement.
right? Yes. So it's one thing if it is, okay, a man he chooses and the woman around him chooses, okay, we are going to be in a polygamous relationship. That is different. Then the woman in that case will not be in that open relationship, but in a polygamous relationship. So only the man will be having more than one partner, and the ladies agreeing to it. But Will definitely
Mm-hmm.
was not in any open relationship. So that's why it was an entanglement with Jada and August.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
you know where August came from. And I mean, Will, he took it upon himself to do a good deed. And then this is what happens. Normally, you don't hear about the man going with a woman who they take off the streets and all that thing. But this
Yeah.
time, it was a whole flip of the script.
Mm-hmm. I like how
Yeah,
you
it
say
is a
flip on the
really,
script.
yes, it's a flip of the
Yes,
script.
yes, it's
Definitely.
really.
But you have a point. You have a
Definitely.
point there. I mean, like, normally it's the man all out there.
Mm-hmm. Normally it is, but this time it's a woman. So why
Mm-hmm.
you think Jada did that though? Like really?
Hmm.
I think, like, maybe
It
the
could be
woman just get
several
bored. You
reasons.
never know.
Yeah, it could be several reasons.
Could
You
be,
see,
yeah.
All
Will and
right.
Jada have a long relationship. They've been together since she was
Mm-hmm.
younger. They have a relationship that span over several years. So,
Really
Right,
fresh
during
right.
that
bygone.
time,
So
you'll
what they're
notice
saying
a
is
lot of differences.
With the borrow, you're looking for fresh bygone is what they're saying. I just asking.
Yeah, you're just looking for some fresh. You see, what has happened, right? Is people
Yeah,
get
what's going
comfortable
on?
with each other and they don't,
Oh,
everything seems to be normalized then. Nothing will
right.
be so special again. So
Oh,
women would look for that and men would look for it too, for somebody to eyes to light up and shine when it is you talk and when you come in the room, when they see your leg, they can't keep their hand off of it and things like that.
oh.
And
Not
maybe their
cheating.
relationship probably kinda, you know,
Lie down.
so that's why, yeah, it died on. And then he probably was giving her that kind of fire.
Oh,
So they
oh,
clicked.
okay.
So
Okay,
it
good,
formed
good.
the fire form a little entanglement.
Oh, right. So, all
Right.
of those is in Chica wear a USN jersey, right? So Chica
Mm-hmm.
will give all the why Chica wear this USN jersey? I wear that USN. Anyway, Chica, how we managed to be wearing this USN jersey on
I
How we
was
manage?
wondering.
yeah.
Yes. So USN Trinidad and Tobago big up. their customer service, their service
Yeah.
overall is
Big up yourself.
100. We never
Yes,
had any
yes.
problems.
Problem. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Things, value. Yeah. And that is
Value
how
for your
we
body.
went. That is how we went these t-shirts today.
Well, let me tell you the white
Okay.
chica wear this jersey today, right? I show it all here. I show it all here now, boy, quick. This kind of scenario.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Yes. So, when they have a little winner's thing on its side, that's what happens. Yes. So I received a full 1 year supply of protein powder. Yes.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So they have really nice, the products are really, really good. No issues. They deliver like within how much of hours. Really good service. Yes, so we always, patronizing and they follow us as well. Because
Yeah, so
it's
you
all
send
about
you
the
follow
fitness.
burn page, so USN I tell Chica the plan this. Right? So USN does follow our page and I feel if they had a little planning in this thing. So it's good advertising. Right? So people if you know just see terror on the inside. Or let's see terror. Right? Terror on the inside. The topic for today tonight is taking a borrow or
Yeah.
entanglement. So
Feel like
ladies,
an
well,
Mm-hmm.
let's tell me
Entangle.
something.
excited right now.
Well, let's tell me
Entanglement.
something. Well, let's tell me. Raquel in the hot seat,
Mm-hmm.
right? Raquel, tell us, have you ever been entangled before?
I can answer.
Goodness. Um,
Oh, God.
yes, I have. Yes.
Right. How was
Mm-hmm.
that experience? How was that experience?
Hmm. It
I find
it
Chica being
land
a
it's
bit easy. Yeah, we're going on. We asked how
it
the
ended up
experience
being
was,
good,
right?
right? It
Listen, I want to know
It
how you
was
end
good.
up entangled. I want to know how you end up entangled. It was our best
What
friend,
was it?
man. It was our friend or the lineman. It was our best friend that turned into more. Give me the information.
I
all
find
right.
Sherlon verse in this topic, boy.
Hmm.
He going to hot seat next year.
I'm like, all right, so this was 2017. I started working. I can't call places, all
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like meeting new people, going through certain things at home. I just end up being out there. I was out there, I guess. Let me put it that way. I don't wanna lie, but I don't wanna pass out too much information.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up hooking up like after 2 months. I knowing this person. Now, mind you, I was with somebody back and forth. I was in an abusive relationship at that point in time. So, like me meeting somebody that given me that amount of attention, it felt good. Finally feeling so good
Right.
after 4 years, I should put it. And
Yeah.
eventually, like I couldn't keep it a secret because it was out there. I was working there at that place, so everybody started to notice. And December that same year, I ended up leaving the person that I was living with, and this is why I come to tell you that it's turned out to be a good thing because I ended up lasting 4 years with this person.
Right. So the entanglement became a tangle, like a real tangle, a real
Yes,
thing.
yes,
Right,
yes. It turned out
right,
to be a
right.
real thing, but it turned out to be a big regret in the end. I'm gonna put it that way because the same way I had an entanglement, the same way that person ended up doing having their own entanglement in the end.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's
Oh,
like karma come back and
Yeah.
bite you.
Yes,
hmm.
very bad. And I always stand by that. I always said my karma came back harder,
Mm-hmm.
twice as harder than what that person had to deal with. Like, but I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
it don't bother me. So
Okay,
I know
okay.
what I did. I
So,
know what I've been through. So like,
right. So the
You learn
entanglement was
from it.
a long-term tangle.
yes, it turned out to be a long term thing.
Right, right, right. Not bad for the hot
That
seat. You
that
give it a Marita.
This is my first time here in a hot seat.
yes.
Oh gosh, excuse me.
Tell me something, Daniel. Tell me something,
Uh,
buddy.
Oh God. Well, here now. Maybe I feel like I probably was in the position that you explained earlier, with probably being in an entanglement and not knowing you was in an entanglement kind of situation, but you not being the person to entangle. Like you're not leaving your significant other or your boyfriend to go and entangle with somebody else. You was the person who was in a relationship entangled herself with. But
Oh.
I just
But
saying
how did
because
that
I
end
don't
up though?
believe. And so that was like a friend with benefits thing. So that wasn't. It could have several different entanglements going on because nobody was committed. you know. So that's why I'm not aware of it if it was happening. But it could be that could have been a situation because friends with benefits not going to be with you alone. They might have two or three other people. You know. So that's
yeah.
as much as I could say for entanglement in my experience. And that ended
Right,
short
right,
because, well, all those who following us for the longest while will know I don't really like short-term relationships. So it was a short thing.
right, right,
All
right.
right. Well, I mean, like,
So
if it was
then,
just a beneficial situation, then it shouldn't be long term though.
No,
yeah.
exactly. And I think that's how some entanglements happen. It's just for the benefit of whatever, and whatever is your benefit. If it's
Hey, some
bygone
people
mango,
benefits is
chutney,
last long, eh?
money,
Some
house,
people,
exactly. Some people benefits do
Exactly. Like
last
my
long.
whole situation lasted long because it's not that I wanted I did. It wasn't a short term entanglement. I'll put it that way. It's ended up
yeah,
being long term
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I just wanted to run away.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
But I know
I mean,
people who
but
entanglement since
yeah,
long time.
yeah, but
Secondary school
everybody's
and thing.
situation is really different. I mean, what is the reason you go out there to seek, something else from someone else? Some people
Mm-hmm.
choose not to. Some people will say, they're gonna work this whole thing out, and some people will still decide, hey, what? I ain't getting what I want here, so I go elsewhere.
Exactly. I know
Right, so the
it
boy
has
tell
some.
on the inside, the comment section earlier. The comment section.
Uh-huh.
Let me get
All
the
right,
comment
right,
section
right.
going.
What even is the meaning of entanglement? It means that you're already in a relationship and you find yourself in a sticky situation and you get caught up in the cord. That is what the entanglement is. You want to get out, sometime like when let us say maybe have some lights, let us say the lights, the Christmas lights, and it gets knotted up and then it's trying to untangle it, but for nothing, it entangled and it's just trying to get out. That is the entanglement kind of situation that you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself in. You just stay there, you want it
Exactly.
rush quick. Some people when they take down the lights, then pack it up need to know. Now I want this thing now. So the what
Yeah.
now, that kind of thing now, and then they maybe like it and then they end up
And can't
tangled up
stop.
inside it.
Yes.
Yes.
They can't stop
And then
going
they
for
can't,
it. It's too
then they
good.
catching the skin to come out of it.
The
So it's
benefits.
like
The benefits.
how to get out, which way to turn this thing, and they get stuck.
They get tangled up in their own lives too, so.
Yes,
Look,
some people
Olufemi
just
reach earlier. Good
yes,
evening,
Miss
Olufemi.
Olufemi. So the topic, Olufemi, is taking a borrow. Have you ever borrowed someone's bygone?
Or
Have you ever
saltfish.
borrowed?
Yeah,
We have to be open, you know.
So you're
Women
taking a
borrowing,
borrow,
women borrowing
Yes.
you're
saltfish too,
shaking
you
a
know.
borrow.
Oh,
And
I
when we
mean,
come
like,
back,
you try to
when we
borrow
come
it,
back,
but you didn't get through.
we're going to let
Yeah.
the comment section tell us what stories they have. And
We want
ladies
to
in the
hear them
comment
stories.
section, what do you think about the entanglement with Will and Jada? You know,
Well, it
we
could be
want
Jada
your
and
take on
August.
it as females as well. Where do we come back, hopefully? Verena, Raquel.
Hey, folks, all of you guys in outside in listening land. This is me, Mike the Man, and we want to bring some interesting news for you. We want to welcome a new an addition to Radio Irie. Her name is Shamika James, our social worker, who is going to be on board with Radio Irie. We are going to be starting a new series soon. It's called The Effects of COVID on the Family, the Blueprint. So look out for that. This is me, Mike the Man, saying, welcome, Shamika Jamesy.
Yes. So in the comment section, please, if it is you have ever been in an entanglement, if you ever take a borrow, and what was the reason for taking that borrow? You know, it's how some people always borrowing. You know, it's how some people all the time. They always
They don't like to have their own.
No, they don't. Some people always borrowing. And you know, Verena, you really made a good point where, you know, people don't want the responsibility of having to be in a committed relationship. So they just decide, here what? I'll just borrow here, borrow there, and the person who they're getting involved with knows it's really a borrow that they're taking. So it have no time. Although, you know, they say no strings attached. Right? Well, we have Miss Bartholomew saying, I don't borrow, I take. Papa, yo. So Sonali does not borrow, she takes. Yes. So,
but why?
You know,
why take though? Like, why take? Like, we know, like, why you take? Like,
why you taking? You know, why you want a whole package?
Just take a borrow, but taking. I mean, like, I just explained my situation. Says taken, don't take it. Somebody else will take it. You don't understand. Don't take at all.
Yeah, so people, so what are your views on Jada, August, Will Smith, that whole entire situation? Right, so in the comment section, we have Miss Olufemi. She's saying sometimes it's not a conscious decision to do that, but you end up in that situation. So maybe some people, they're just talking normal and just so, I don't know. Some people say just so it happened or
sometimes you get in the entanglement without knowing it, you know. Like we say, you meet a nice man, he have on no wedding ring, nothing, but he really married, you know. And you move too fast now. You was speeding.
I mean, like, all they know is married men, them always single. Let me be real.
Yeah, they're always single. Single. So you start up your little engagement now, and then you realize, oh shucks, This man has
Then you have a
wife
female
and
calling your
children.
phone about, why are you talking to my husband? Why you a naked pic from
But
my
it's,
husband's phone?
it's like
what
Shensia.
husband?
All you know Shensia, right? All you know Shensia. We have a man, but
Shanti, I know what she was doing. Point blank. Shanti, I know what she was
Yes.
doing.
Girls, don't get caught up. Do not get caught up. Yeah, don't get caught up with it. You know, it's a song. Don't get caught up.
exactly.
Yeah, sometimes people just get caught up in these things and then they end up in a real bad situation. No, it do have
Exactly.
married women as well who do as if they are single, or some of them I think, well, I separated. You know, some people when they use the term separated, they'll say, all right, I can give it a blight, but in truth and in fact, you are taking a borrow from whoever
Yes.
because the person's still married, then divorced, they are
They're living in the
married,
same house.
they're living in
Probably
the same
sleeping on the same
house.
bed. Sometimes they're sleeping on the same bed.
Actually, it have some cases where the married couple, they
They
are not sleeping
separate.
in the same bed. They separated but living in the same house, and then they'll bring somebody right in their marital home, as the saying goes. So much all for me. Then some people so hurt so bad that they decide they don't want to be in a relationship and contented with just taking a job here and there for sexual fulfillment. Yes, that is true for some people.
So this
Yes, right? So they decide, all right, I hurt. I don't want to go through this hurting thing no more. Right? And sometimes that's how people say they will be like, love, this love thing don't make no sense. Best I
Yeah.
just be open, whoever come, whoever go. Well, that is just the life. Right?
And sometimes
Now,
some people just testing the fields. They're just
yeah, some
testing out to
people,
see.
yeah, I guess so.
It's like how you
You
buy
see this
products
spice
here, you try this, you try that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe Jada wasn't getting what she wanted. Like she wasn't being pleased.
Well, I didn't.
I mean, like, we
What
think
I
Sexually,
will
about it in a
say,
whole different set of different ways. We think about it in a
I mean,
different, many different ways.
it had so many men out there. Why choose August? Right. So we have Tara. Before I met my wife, I took a borrow and fell hard for this girl. Made me believe she was for me, and I got caught up. But thank God for life lesson. So Taro is saying before he met his wife, he making sure disclaimer, the real disclaimer thing inside here. Before he meet the wife. When I said that is disclaimer. Right? So
Life,
just
you have to
make
be very specific about what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yes,
He ain't making
he
mistakes
making
there.
sure. So wifey, Jenny, he making sure he put it out there. It was before. Yeah. So he's saying before, he took a borrow. He fell hard. And people, listen, if it is somebody is married, don't feel you're going and take the people husband or wife. People is, sometimes they think, all right, I could take the person from them, right? But it don't work so now. It don't work so. That is maybe a 0.01% that it may actually get through. But for the most part, the 99.99% of the time, you don't get through. The people stay with their husband and with their wife. So when you're taking a borrow from them people, no, it's really a borrow you're taking.
Exactly. The man or the woman can do how much for you? They can buy car, house, land. Just know that that's a borrow.
I know because I know people.
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes and see the way I'm living if you really want to. Got my mind on my money and I'm not going away. So keep on getting your paper and keep on climbing.
It's your girl Ruby, brand ambassador for Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition, inviting you to like and share the page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more details.
Yes. So you'll see Riri, who will be joining us shortly, right? So in the comment section, we have Sonali saying some just absolutely don't want any commitment. So they use AKA borrow. So when they give back in whatever condition, it's someone else's problem after. Yeah, so some people, as we say, they don't want to commit. They not for the long-term relationship kind of thing. Some people don't want to feel responsible, as Rena would have said, that responsibility, because people think that being in a relationship is just, you know, being
Oh,
in
be
a
happy.
relationship.
Everything's so nice.
Yeah,
Nothing
no.
but so is
Mm,
responsibility.
yes, it's work. It's not no fly by night. It's not no, sailing on the water, sailing on very calm seas. No,
And you
it's
have to
not that.
deal with this person, whether they're good or they're bad, you will still want to have to deal with them. But when you're in an entanglement, you could be vexed today, whatever. When you're good, I will check you, you know? But when you're
Yeah.
actually in a relationship, you'll want to know why the person upset, try to help them. It's all of
Yeah.
that you have to go through, all the emotional ups and downs and all of that. But entanglement's
Mm-hmm.
not for that.
Yes. So we have Taro saying, if it's one thing, let all my skeleton out, and it was up to her to stay or go. She did the same. We have that understanding. Right. So some people, when they're taking a borrow, they say, hey, what, this is where it really is. It's just a short term. We not in no commit. We not committed. It have no strings attached. Whatever, people like to talk about the strings that is cause
People,
entanglements now.
what
Yeah,
about
they talk
people
of the
who
strings.
I know they say like when you're in an entanglement, you just do what you had to do and you go now. It had no hug up and no lovey dovey when you're done on the bed, hugging up, lying down next to one another. Whoever was in an entanglement, tell me if it's like that.
Well, people, have any one of you all been in that situation in an entanglement and it have no romance? It's just what they say, bim bam, thank you, ma'am, or thank you, sir, and it gone. So wait, is that really the situation? It have no romance. A tarot is saying hug, nothing. So no, they don't have them feelings, they're not all up in the feelings in those situations. But there are persons who would have been in entanglements or who would have taken a borrow and then they started developing, feelings for the person. You have people like
Yes, that
that.
is so true.
Sarah is saying romance during the love up. So when it's done, when the session done, it done. End of session. Right? When
That's
it
it. Put
in
on your clothes.
session, yeah. That is what Sarah is saying.
Abby here, and it's Burn Team England, baby. Let's
Wow.
go. Abby from England here, giving shout outs to my boy Lion and to my girl Chica J. Big up to the Burn Team family.
Hi, this is Sonali. This is me. And you're watching Burn Team.
Hey, it's your
Go on,
girl
get up and
Kyla,
finish up.
and you're watching Real Talk Live.
You can hear just saying hi. You're watching Real Talk Live.
This is Candy Barbara, and you're watching Real Talk Extra.
Send out love to Burn Team, and you are watching Real Talk Live.
Hi everyone, my name is Kahea and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Hey, this is Abby from England, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Yes, people. So we are back on the inside. Yes, so the topic for those who are now joining in, it is taking a borrow. Have you ever taken a borrow? So people in the comment section, place if you ever take a borrow, and what is the reason for taking the borrow? Right, so we have Terrence saying, Guy, how some of your women get cats that hug up after the thing, right? So
Yes, sir, that's true.
But if all they know, right?
So no,
If all them man know that all they're not interested, or they're not going to have a long term, all right, let me say it like how they say it now, long term nothing. All right? All they know that's going to happen. Why it is, all it is get the love up and give all the attention and make the woman then feel like, all right, this thing is a long term thing. I want
Well, yeah, I just answer that.
Why?
Because all you wanted. Because all you wanted. You going in this thing. Knowing it's not no long term nothing. But you want to hug, you want to cuddle, you want to make the man breakfast, you want to put his clothes in the washing machine. Hello, no.
Oh, hello.
Don't do that thing. Stay in your lane according to Fayan. Side chicks to remain side chick, remain your entanglement. Don't try to take no wifey position and no wifey responsibility.
No, here the thing, Here the thing with a wifey. We see the husband position and wifey position. Them things. No, if it is a no, you're going in for the long haul. Some people they say don't do it. Some people they say do it. So no, okay, this is what it is I will get. And sometimes they might be doing it before the real thing. And then when they're really inside, all that's done. Right. So
exactly.
Olufemi say more women than men on earth. 2 to 1. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. We had a share love. So Olufemi is saying, woman, hear what? You all need to accept that you need to change. That is what she's saying. And I think that I didn't think
that. I will never accept that. I'm not sharing. Point blank. If another woman entertaining him and he's liking it, she can have him. Well, she could go and share with him. She could share he how she wants. That have nothing to do with me after that. Once I let he go, he gone.
Yes, Ryan. I see you come back inside.
Some women okay with sharing though.
Coming in when he back and I'll starting.
What I'm saying is that love in the house.
Yeah, boy. He don't want to get put on the hot seat now.
The ladies.
That's at all.
The ladies running the show. I like what I'm seeing. Take a borrow, we go pay back tomorrow.
Take a borrow, we go pay back tomorrow, and he gone.
No. Right. So. So now he's saying, I don't have to nothing but dead. So people, some is saying that when it is, Sarah asking how you know you're not sharing though. Yeah, some people don't know that they are sharing. Right? Some people, they are very naive, so they wouldn't even notice that it is they are sharing. Right, but I think once it is paying attention, you're going to know sharing taking place. It's
exactly.
Yes, pay attention.
How I can be sharing,
ladies.
How I can be sharing something if I don't even know that I sharing. That make no sense.
No, but you must know that something
your man could be in an entanglement and you don't know. You know how much men have children on the outside and their wife don't know about it?
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Sure, and big anti and their wife never find out.
People have shared and they didn't know. Right? Because sometimes if it's a young lady and she says she don't have no man.
I suppose to pop my hand for this. Just asking.
Yes, with a young lady, she says she have no man. But she always in she DM messages, you can't see the messages. As Sherlon saying, yeah. And this time, it's 2 or 3 different men that she have, friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could be sharing and not know.
He say, say they borrow early. So when they decide to get in a serious relationship, they don't do that. So what Tara is saying is, take all they borrow from early, have all the flings, have all the strings, and when it is you're ready to get serious, just cut the strings now.
Yeah, but tarot
And
is
get
if everybody
serious.
could think like you, huh?
Yes. So yes, there will be signs, subtle changes in behavior. You must know if it is you are sharing. You must know if the goods
Some
being
people
shared.
don't know. Some people will not
Yes,
know. Let me
they
explain.
know. It's not that you know. No, if it is you get
If
Yeah,
in
they
God
a
don't
said
know,
to
okay,
then
share.
come
God
like
said to share.
attention for your man.
God said to share.
Right. So
God said
that's what
to
I'm
share.
saying.
so
So
I
You
people,
know, a
have a
situation
question.
where
I have
he
a
just up here.
question, and when we
I
come
am not
back,
going to share willingly.
God,
Talk done. I not sharing willingly. And understand my words are saying. I'm not sharing willingly.
willingly.
Exactly.
yes.
if you're now joining us, it's Real Talk Live on a Friday night. This topic was selected by a female. It wasn't by myself, right? This was given by a female. I'm sure you know who's the female, right?
Miss
So,
Dramatic
Yes, we know. We
right?
know who it is.
Well, you
And she
already know
can't
it's
find she
Amy.
self here
Right?
yet.
Much love and tenderness.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that is the person who needs to be on the hot seat. So we'll be back.
Abby here, and it's Burn Team England, baby. Let's go. Abby from England here, giving shout outs to my boy Lion and to my girl Chica J. Big up to the Burn Team family.
Hi, this is Sonali.
This is Lee.
And you're watching Burn Team.
Hey, it's your girl Kyla, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
You can hear us saying hi. You're watching Real Talk Live.
This is Candy Barbara, and you're watching Real Talk Extra. This is Amelia here. Sending out love to Burn.
Top up with Burn Team anywhere and anytime for both digital and B-Mobile. Top up yourself, a family member or friend using online banking in the comfort of your home. Just click on our WhatsApp button and say the word. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Top up with Burn Team, where it's safe, easy and convenient.
Yes, people. So the topic today is taking a borrow. Yes, it's taking a borrow. So if it is you have ever taken a borrow before, drop it in the comment section. If you take a borrow, and why did you take that borrow? Lion, if you
Borrowing
put
is good
yourself
if I had to borrow a little salt or some ice or something. I'll borrow totally away.
Not that. We're not borrowing
Borrow
that.
just
We're
help
talking
out people
about
when they
borrowing
need.
by gun and saltfish. Go on, he disappear again.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes people they think it is okay. I mean, it all depends on the person's values, morals, or just however it is they feel to live life. Some people okay with it, some people not okay with it. Some people, as they say, they might be sharing and they don't even know that they're sharing. And I was going to say how some person, okay, come like, let us say a man or a woman getting involved with someone who is married or already in a relationship, but when they meet them, they say that they are not in a relationship, very well knowing that they are in, that is different. Right? But if it is you're already with someone and they decide as they say, God say to share, and they decide that they're going to share, you must know if it is a sharing. You must know. In that instance, once you're with the person already and they decide that they're sharing, then you will know. Right? So we have Sonali saying, I say if you want to share, go share with your people. Because nowhere in the Bible, the Quran or Sita said to share with all you have. If you want to share, then I will. Right. So Terry is saying, trust if you're in a relationship with someone for a while, you will know when you're getting horned. We just so stupid
that is
and
so
look
true.
over stuff. Yes, lock phone too much, make male and female friends, everyone is a cousin. Come on, we just need to accept the fact that we just stupid as humans. Right? Some people will just decide
But
to
yeah,
play
that's not.
goatish. It's
Yeah, that's not
true.
sister, right?
Yeah.
So
What if this is your woman, real
before
good
this thing
close
get hot
friend,
here, before this thing
and
get
she
hot
make it
here,
very
all
clear
here,
that all right, they are family to me. So all right, you wouldn't say that your brother or your
about this
sister, you will
later.
say, I'm a cousin, I'm a family. What are we going to
Like
say
a
there
real
now?
good friend. Good friend. Like a real
Well,
good
here
friend.
now.
So people, if you
You
don't
find we
know,
hot enough
Well,
there.
incest taking place.
this is real talk. This is real talk live. Right? Much love. I realize the topic warm and close to person's heart. Right? But again, some people saying if it is the man sharing or the woman sharing, them sharing, you see it. What sense it make? If you are a young lady that grounded, right, and you're saying if the man do this, I doing that. Yeah, but it's the same like the man. So it's just because the man did something, then you leave. Nobody is holding a gun to your head. Nobody is telling you have to stay.
Exactly.
Nobody is shackling you to nobody. You don't want to stay with the man and do the same thing. You could go.
But you mightn't have, but Sheldon, you mightn't have physical shackles, but you might still have shackles in the fact that, okay, you mightn't be working at that point in time when he do his shoppiness. So you're living in this house with him and he taking care of your bills. Where you going to leave to go?
Go easy. Go easy.
Well, then that is just you using the man.
No,
You don't love
what
the
I
man.
mean,
You don't want from the man. You just want
you're not
using.
you're not using him. You're not using the man, you know, or you're in a relationship. He paying the bills now because you're not working. So where you gonna go? You gonna run out and go where? I'm fed up by your shippiness.
Wait, hold on,
But pay my bills.
All on, there was talking. All on, there was talking, right?
All right.
Listen now. The ladies who have the values and the morals and they're saying that they're not this and they're not that. Yet it makes sense stay with a man to do the same thing. If that is not your vibe, then you could go. If I around somebody and they're doing something that's not vibrating on my frequency, I not going.
How we reach the vibrators now?
Right? I just say remember the vibration.
How we reach the vibrators?
To borrow it is vibrating now.
I feel like it's so last time by these videos.
You realize Raquel, Farida, Shabika, everybody at the live, Adobe. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it goes back to the topic I had, right? With the entanglement with Will. And Will stay? And he stay? He divorced his wife?
He stay.
Did Will divorce his wife?
No.
That is embarrassment, you know. That public.
He openly said that they will work it out.
You are going to have a boyfriend. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that our relationships is totally different. That is a wide embarrassment again.
Yeah.
This is a big boy, you know. This is a worldwide embarrassment you get. Did this man divorce his wife? No. So my point is, all the ladies who say they go stay with the man and do the same thing, just go. Because we'll know what he have more valuable than he get about every man does get about.
Exactly.
He could have divorced his wife and get prettier woman, right? He could have go away, right? But he stayed. And there's my point. All the ladies on the line talking about they go and they taking this, taking that, but man, he get about and he stay. Why? Because he value what he built with Jada. It worth more than he eat her food on the outside. She eat her food, right?
Yeah.
You tell the lawyers, hey, give me that this so money. disrespect me, I sacrifice for this. But because it's a man taking the butt, all you say nothing. But when it's the man giving you trouble, all your blood hot.
Oh God, no, Sholan, sorry about that, sorry. It does go both ways in truth.
Well, I didn't even have a side, and that's where I didn't bring up the morals.
Yeah,
that's why I brought up the morals and values, because rightfully said, some persons, they may not even they wouldn't share. They know that their partner is sharing, but it doesn't mean that they're going to step out. They will stay, just like we'll stay, whether it's a man, a woman, husband, wife, boyfriend, or girlfriend. Some people just decide to stay. They wouldn't do it back to the person. You know, some people say, well, if you hold me, I go hold you back. No, not everybody does that. Everybody doesn't do that, I'm saying. Yeah. Some people stay and be like, well, what is the staying there for? Right? So some people say the take, some people feel the take, but they really ain't take. Some people feel that they not sharing, but they're really sharing. Right? So you just have to be real with what the situation is. No way to say
some people, they say, I not taking that, but let them married 15 years and then the husband on them, they say, oh God, you know, he was a good man for that 14 years and it was only this 15th year he started act up. So, you know, let us see how we could work things out rather than just, you know, ending the relationship.
And the thing about it is, some people, when it is, you see, people is just think marriage as, I don't know what they really take it as, right? But it's a lifelong commitment, right? Exactly. No, what marriage supposed to is a contract.
And that's what plenty females do not understand, right? They just like the beauty of a marriage, the thought of a marriage, but they don't really consider the lifelong commitment, what marriage comes with.
Exactly. And that's one of the...
And you're watching Burn Team TV.
Yeah, so that's the problem people do have. They think that, okay, I'm married, I could say I have a husband, I have a wife, but then they, as the married people, a lot of times are the ones that go out there and look for others and get in entanglements, right? Single people are going about the business, minding their own business, and a married person approaching them, right? So, I mean, it's not just one, it's not a one-sided thing. It's not just single people who say they're single or whatever, or in open relationships that may do these things. There are married people who go out there knowing fully well that they're married, they're in a contract, and this is what the contract states. Right? And then some people...
This topic hot. All right, well, let's stop every topic. Right? Here it is going on.
Sholan, wait, no. We had to put you on the hot seat. Let me put you on the hot seat and lighten it. Sholan, have you ever taken a borrow?
I real borrow. If it is you have a business and you have to go to the bank to get a business loan, you take purpose. Half the time you take it a borrow for a reason. Right?
For a reason? What reason though?
Borrow on a sugar daddy because the sugar daddy pay a bill rough. So it is an exchange for goods and services. Right?
Goods and services.
Guy might find a young lady very, very attractive. Very, very attractive. And he tried all how not to see the girl and he couldn't take it no more and the hormones in a whole uproar. And he said, boy, I ain't care if this woman married. I ain't care that he tried. If she give me this thing, I take it. And I being real, you know. This how this is the real world. And it is nice to be not assumed. But fellas think like this, ladies too. If a ladies see a man, oh cool, that man sweet boy, oh boy. I ain't know now whoever. I don't know, yes, if boy.
Sometimes we talk about it, but we don't act. Sometimes we just talk. Yes, you will see a man and you can say, boy, he look like he could real jam. You might say he look like he could real jam, boy. Oh, God, he's sweet.
Listen.
But you mightn't act out on that thought. You know?
Farida, stop being defensive.
I am not being defensive. I am saying it's true. I have watched men and say they look like they could jam good, but I wouldn't act on it.
And say, oh, God, guys, you. But it has women that have no attachments or have attachments and say, boy, me and my entanglement, I being real.
True.
And is that real what we live in, you know? It's not very land. Yes, we have values. Yes, we have morals. Yes, we wouldn't want to go down a particular road. But let me be real with yourself. Did you not see a man that you watch and say, God, after the entanglement? Even though you restrict yourself, even though you didn't do it, the thought was there, right?
It was there, yes.
On the thoughts. So
even if you see the ring.
Let me be really talk, right? Ring don't make no difference because the man can be wearing a ring, the woman can be wearing a ring, and still it is more attractive sometimes when you know you can't get something. It have ladies that like not.
Exactly.
I want to know what that woman getting home. It's how women just think like that. Oh, wait, that get true, boy. No. Let me see what happened here. I like how it's looking. And they're watching the man long time, and they just can't help themselves and they try.
The researching the man. Some of them just research the man, you know. You go up and you find him on LinkedIn, you find him on Instagram, you find him on Facebook, everywhere. You see where he like and where he lining. So you're making sure all you could line up now.
Yes, but some people let's really do that
right now, right?
Yes, but some people do that. No, it's how people that will do that. So it's okay, and they start following them. So they will start, okay, this is what I like. That is what
no psycho thing, you know.
It's just it's to follow their behavioral patterns and see what it is they like. And then that's how they decide that they're waiting for the opportunity. They're just sitting and wait. All right, they my chance now. Let me see if I could catch them in my little trap here. That is what it takes place at times. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, a man in your neighborhood, he looking nice. And you see he exercising every morning, he jogging around the park. You wouldn't go and jog around the park too, same time? It's the same thing.
I think no.
I finding myself out there with my shoes, with my exercise shoes, and I jogging.
Yes, some people literally put themselves in the position. Yes, they put themselves in position. So we have Jean on the inside. Jean is from Canada. So welcome to the live, Jean. We're talking about taking a borrow. Jean, have you ever taken a borrow? Yes, so I mean, that is some people that do this. They really watch people's behavioral patterns. They watch to see what they like. You know, they have this observation. You know, they're running a little program. All right, this is what it's supposed to be. All right, this is the time to go out. Okay. Everything.
But you know, is it following somebody on social media to find out what they're doing is the same thing as in if you had met one of his friends and you become friends with them and you start to ask questions, you know, what he does be doing, where he working, where he living, where he this, where he that, is the same thing, you know. Just now you don't really have to ask nobody a question. You could just go up on social media and find the information.
Well, once it is a habit,
if you know,
once the habit open,
if you're thirsty,
No, I don't have to be thirsty.
I don't feel so, you know.
If you go in the club and you see a nice man, you're just interested. You see a nice man in the club, it had no chances that you go meet that man again. You might see a friend, one of his friends or something, or one of your friends might be friend with one of his friends, and you will start to connect there, you know, to try and get through to the man.
Going to meet some friends, you check, you know.
Yeah.
See who this boy is. You see it, yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes. paper and keep on climbing.
It's your girl Ruby, brand ambassador for Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition, inviting you to like and share the page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more details.
Yes, people. So we're back inside. Right, so those of you who are now joining us on the live, it is taking a borrow. So if you ever take a borrow, drop it in the comment section and state the reason why it is you take a borrow.
Exactly. Let us know. And if you didn't
Yeah.
take a borrow, but you thought about it, let we know too.
I find real people in the comment section just asking
They're keeping it light,
questions,
eh?
mentioning
They're
stuff,
keeping it light.
but they're
They ain't
not giving
sharing.
we answers.
Yes, they're saying if they take a borrow. Right? Hi,
That
Abby.
information
So
under lock
Abby
and
is
key.
just popping in. Abby, when it pop in, just say if you take a borrow quick and what's the
Let we
reason for you
know.
taking a borrow.
All who borrowing
I
them
find
like
really
nothing
taking
wrong
her
with
long.
that.
I want to
It's
find
just
out
that
if she ever
All you
taken a
talk to
borrow.
we. Where is Riri?
Borrowing is important for growth, right?
Riri,
Some people
comment in
borrow
the comment
items,
section.
some people borrow really reach over here, right? But really, actually, people, I mean, most of us, when we in the younger vibration, when it is we coming up the road, we had that kind of flirtatious vibration, right? We wouldn't want to admit it, but at some point in time, you know, has led to certain thoughts we maybe never acted on it. But there are people, and this world is very different. Now, people, you're looking the right way. Look, imagine construction going on, a young lady pass and looking to the whole construction site.
You could tell me?
And everybody
You
go through
could
the little
tell.
line. You pass by the taxi stand, Chica, you pass by the taxi stand, men coming up to you, darling, good morning, and propositioning, right? Because at the end, them don't know if you're married or what. But
Exactly.
if them are, let me say, give them a blind, right? Them borrowing and they don't even know. You understand? Because you could be married, you could be having a serious relationship, and you know the thing go. Right?
Some people just take a borrow before they're married. Like a one for the road kind of borrow.
Yeah, that's how some people is do that. They say they're the last slap here.
Yeah, a final dip.
Yes, that's how some people do that. Yeah, it's true. Right? And that is the realness of life. Some people borrow, some people share. Some people say they're taking it, but they have no choice but to take it. Right?
Some people willingly lend.
Some people willingly lend, some people willingly share, some people willingly borrow, right?
Or some people just don't know.
Some people don't know, some people play stupid. That's where it
They're
is.
playing totish.
Just turn a blind eye to
You're
it.
big and you have sense.
Exactly.
You're big and you have sense.
Exactly. And I think turning a blind eye makes it worse. Just be real. Just know this is what it is. Rather than turn a blind eye. I think that's hurt people in the long run when it is they decide that they're going to say they're turning out, like they're really turning a blind eye and saying, well, things, they will stop that just now or whatever they may say. Right? That is where it is.
No, if
Mr. Lion, you
turn a blind
are
eye to it, and
requested.
they're quick to say, let he do what he wants. He's a big man. Eventually, he will stop. Like, no, stop nothing.
But that is it. That is
Once
it
you
when
allow that,
eventually
he is
they
going to
leave
continue
you.
doing that.
Yeah.
But eventually he might leave, you know?
Right, so
or
we have
eventually
Sarah
she might
saying,
leave.
sometimes a girl looking good walking up a hill, shape, bottom, smile, minding she business, and the borrowed tour does pop in a boy brain. right? So some people they
Goods
think
and
about taking
services.
a borrow when it
Goods
isn't
and
looking
services.
good.
Goods and services. All your goods and services. Right? We all must remember that we are creatures of habit by design. You know what I mean? And sometimes we have to be
Creatures
the
of
little
habit.
devil on this side in order to stay focused, right? But we have to be real enough to know that we do make dumb decisions based on those hormones because,
Temporary
by
feelings.
design, yeah, by design. But again, going back to Jada and Will, where the roles were reversed, we could see that Will values the relationship that they built, and he could look past whatever discretion because we saying is a one thing. That they maybe had a long relationship, right? We might be seeing it as she step out once, she might be well enjoy herself with August for some very lengthy segment.
Or what about if Well step out too and it was never broadcasted in the media?
I mean,
You
you see
know,
now you're talking
she
about
could have know
Will.
that.
If you're women, fellas, you see what's going on?
No, I just
we talking about.
I'm just saying.
You see,
I am
look.
just
Then we should
saying.
never be fair.
I'm not defending. What I'm saying is when you're in a relationship, right? And it's too
we talking about Miss Pinkett.
All right, what we know then. We're not speculating.
We're talking about if Will went outside, right? We're talking about the woman did some stuff and the man decided,
okay, all right,
I don't want to divorce, I don't want to do back. Listen to what the ladies.
But he's a good man. He's a good man.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that when we started the live, that's why I let the ladies talk. Because the woman, listen to what he comments. I have it recorded there so we could go back and talk, right? Every woman say, they're not taking that. Every woman say, if you do me this, I do you this back. Right?
Not every woman. I didn't
Not every woman,
Wait. Because it's the man who was doing the injustice. As soon as we switch over, when the woman was doing the injustice, I didn't hear her say, Will should have divorced she. Will too good for that. He's too good of a man to stay with a woman like that. Not one hour earlier.
We defend the woman.
No. My time. My time.
What I want to know.
No. I give all your time. Not one of your ladies in the comments I'm here said, Will is too much of a good man for that. Will should divorce Jada for that. Will should not take that. But every time is the man. That was all your vibration. And we have it recorded, So all they could defend now. All they could start to defend now. But we have the whole live hour to go and show you guys where you all really and truly, because it's the man. You all had one perspective. But when it is now the woman doing the same thing, everything peachy, right? He's a good man. He's a good, yeah. Not always say, why he didn't call the lawyer, right? Why he didn't call the lawyer and divorce that woman? And pick up a woman who would respect him, right? All the women on the live, all your hot. Real talk, all the things go, I hot it up the place.
Yes, he gone. But what if Will only stay with she because he didn't want her to go through this lawyer mess? He didn't want to lose half of everything. Well, he didn't think about all of this.
Well, we don't know if they have prenuptial agreements. Maybe they do, right? Which means that he would, even if they divorce and it's her fault, she's still going to gain some stuff. I don't know. I didn't really check that out.
Now,
yes, people
we
say real talk live on a Friday,
that
guys.
all men
We will
disown,
continue
but
this.
I don't believe that. Personally, I do not believe that all men disown.
All men disown,
right,
and woman too.
I don't believe that.
When I say,
they got moms
good
on the
night,
live,
mom. Good night.
Good night.
Right, Bob?
Good
Mother
night.
comment on the hot. You
She
carry
say,
Bob's
no
comment, eh?
man, none of us
No
have,
man.
perfect, right? And some may need help, some naturally enjoy, doing that. Life, no condemnation, just let's pray and hope that changes may come amongst the two genders. Right? So nobody is
Exactly.
perfect, right?
But mother comment
Some
again.
people,
I don't hush.
right? The word is woman is percent little mistake. So some women, some people, what she's saying, some persons make mistakes, some persons make choices, right? Willingly, right?
Exactly.
And it's up to the people. You're big, you make a
And you
decision
have sense.
whether it is you wanna stay with the person, whether it is you value the relationship that you build, right? That is what it is.
The camera doesn't
Everybody
really
have
fit.
everybody
So my
have a
mommy,
choice.
so my mommy is saying, my mommy is saying, at the end of the day, it is what the relationship value, the value of the relationship, and the choices of the individuals. Because it's like this. I always say, when you leave a man, you're going back to another man, right? When you leave the woman, you're going to another woman. Hopefully, you're not same sex, or if that is your vibration, right? So at the end of the day, if you leave a man, you may be going to another man. You leave a woman, you'll be going to another woman, and you may run into the same problems that you were having before. And dealing with the situation is the
Makes so
best
much
way.
sense to me.
How well you deal with the situation.
Exactly. Not everything is to run away from, Some things you have to just deal with it.
Yeah.
Especially according to the value you have on the relationship. But Sherlan, for celebrities, sometimes that value could be in the billions or the millions, eh?
Yeah, you value, at the end of the day, you value high,
We could be talking about
value
just
high.
dollars.
Yeah, dollars, so you're tentative who you're married into, because you don't know, unless the
Exactly.
prenup strong. Unless you have a strong prenuptial agreement, right? So people, this was Real Talk Live. We will continue this. I realize there's a hot vibration. Everybody wild, right? So, Tika, tell us what's going on with the young people. I know we have our things going on. And after that, we will come back and wrap up the scenario. Well, the two hot in
Yes,
this place.
people. So what we have on a Friday for the young people is something called a youth soca party, where it is the young people, they get the opportunity to get fit, right? They have a fantastic time. They feel good about themselves because it helps build the self-esteem, right? So Fridays 10 to 12. If it is you want, you can also sponsor a child. It's just $20 a session. So just put a smile on a child's face and let them have some fun on a Friday. Yeah, that is socialization taking place right there. And tomorrow we have what they're cooking. Well, you know what is we cooking on a Saturday. And then in the evening at 5:30 p.m., we have the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint. And you'll just tune in tomorrow, share your experiences. Don't forget that Sundays, morning workout. Right? So feel free, people, anybody on the live, feel free. You could sponsor a child. It's just $20 per session. We have 4 more sessions to go. Yeah?
Beat Spanish.
Hey, folks, all of you guys outside in listening land. This is me, Mike the Man, and we want to bring some interesting news for you. We want to welcome an addition to Radio Irie. Her name is Jamaica James, our social worker, who is going to be on board with Radio Irie. We are going to be starting a new series soon. It's called The Effects of COVID on the Family, The Blueprint. So look out for that. This is me, Mike the Man, saying, welcome, Shamika Jamesy.
Yes, people. So we're back on the inside, right? This is Real Talk Live on a Friday night, and this topic is taking a borrow. So if it is ever take a borrow, just drop in the comment section if you take a borrow and why you take the borrow. Yeah. So stay tuned. This is how we're rolling. Red hot topic today. Some people say, yeah, they take a borrow. Some people don't want to admit that they take a borrow. Some people didn't even know the borrow. Some people know the sharing, and some don't know that they're sharing because they just decide to ignore and turn a blind eye. So it's up to you. At the end of the day, it is if it is you value the relationship that you have, and if it is, you're just willing to stick through it because you know the value of your relationship. Yeah, so just, be safe out there when it is the sharing and the borrowing. For the sharers and the borrowers,
Yes.
Be safe, be safe.
Don't allow any
Yeah,
permanent situations to happen during the entanglement.
Yeah, what I'm saying is make sure you have your protection, be safe.
Yeah.
We're checking,
Right,
you're sharing, you're borrowing, be safe.
Exactly.
Yeah, so people, we'll see you guys tomorrow for what you're cooking. Today, feeling like a Bacchanal Friday. This feel
you
like a what
mean-
you're cooking style. Right? So you'll be there tomorrow for what you're cooking. And thanks for the vibration because all you was hot. All you. Hey, look, Mike. All you watch Mike. I reach
Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Mike. This is
Mike.
I love Mike. You lost it. So all you will go on. Have a blessed and productive weekend, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Raquel this is the new Raquel, boy. Raquel was in the hot seat. Raquel was in the chica in the hot seat. But there's Raquel. So all who want to know who is this young lady here, fellas, call it. There's Raquel. Mike, this is Raquel. I don't know if Raquel will be on tomorrow. Maybe she'll grace us with her friend. Right? Yes. So all you. Well, like
I
real
may not
Bacchanal
be available tomorrow due to
you
my
mean?
school,
Yeah.
but I will try to.
Right, so you go see how it go. Well, we go on though. Chica, Marina,
right.
Raquel.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
I cannot wait for the
Enjoy
Bacchanal
your
to cook tomorrow.
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes and see the way I'm living if you really want to. Got my mind on my money and I'm not going away. So keep on getting your paper and keep on climbing.
It's Iggy Ruby, brand ambassador for Basic Unconventional Raw Nutrition, inviting you to like and share the page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more details.
Oh, I'm so city.
I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. I fais petit temps, baby. I got SPM, no. I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. Wap got SPM, tandis. I got SPM, no. C'est genre de femme, remets l'argent bon dollar. Toujours à checker, n'est qu'à travail dans l'état. Tant y'aurait mes pouvoirs, tant y'aurait mes ça. Quatre roues motrices, vite des services de l'état. Malgré, pas exigeant passé, yo pas souviré, depuis yo pas plano. Dommage, ça yo pas c'est bouillir de l'eau. Si c'est pour manger, ou mettre check up mon resto. I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. I fais petit temps, baby. I got SPM.
They got Burn Team. They got Calorie Constant Man.
I got SPM, no. Give me now.